Hey y'all, welcome to the next episode of Tour of Toona. Yeah, look at that new Tour of Toona shirt. Anthony, turn around. There it is. Repping it. Alright, we're at Old Highway 41 campsite in, I don't know, was this Emerson or Acworth? I don't know. As you can see, this will definitely be interesting with those big old trafficy bridges and a day use area across. However, our shoreline that we're working with seems possibly promising. We'll see. I'll see you in a minute. Alright, some of y'all may be asking me, Alex, are all the campsites on Old Highway 41 this close to the bridge? The answer is, to my knowledge, no. If anything, I probably got the closest campsite to the bridge. That way y'all know what it's like. Alright? Sacrificing myself for y'all. Now, I won't take as many points as I'd usually do for the amount of traffic noise since I purposely chose this campsite. So, interesting to see how I score up some things. But we're about to get some poles in the water. Alright y'all, so we've been out here at Old Highway 41 campsite for a couple hours. Not a single bite yet. Still, a few hours till sunset, so staying hopeful. It has been a little breezy. Hopefully our luck has changed. As you saw, Liam drove away in his new motorcycle, so that's pretty cool. Good on him. Hope he stays safe and has fun on that thing. And we'll see. I got a small brim and a minnow out there right now. I'm shelving the worms until later this evening, and we will see what happens. Alright y'all, so sun's setting. I'm gonna be honest, we ain't caught no fish. Alright, in fact, we ain't even got a bite in the past 4.5 hours that we've been fishing. So while there's a lull in the bite and before it gets really good, I'm gonna make some dinner. Some Bush's baked beans. All right, that's dinner for tonight. Let's go. All right, y'all, now that the sun is starting to set and the boat traffic's dying down, moved around the corner to where there's like a small little alcove. I don't know. I mean, we haven't had bites all day, so we might as well switch up the position a little bit. All right, y'all, just as the sun dipped below that tree line, we got ourselves a decent bass. All right, not a world record breaker, but it put up one hell of a fight, honestly, for its size. So, finally got that monkey off our back. Done release this guy into the water. We finally caught a fish here at Old Highway Campground 83, whatever the hell. Woo! All right, y'all, good morning. It's just a little bit before sunrise. The interstate busy as always. I slept decently in the back of my CRV, actually. Kind of chilly, not the most comfortable sleep, but we did it. We got some poles in the water. I saw a huge fish jump just a minute ago. before I was able to put my lines out. We'll see what happens. Yeah, seeing a big fish jump, good hope. Yeah, I forgot to bring a jacket or anything, so I'm wearing a blanket, Cape style, because it's actually kind of cold. So yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, y'all, let's start going over some scores for this place, old Highway 41 campground. And pardon me for the noise. There's not really a quiet place I can do this right here, except maybe in the car, but I want to be out here by the lake. All right, got lines in the water. So let's talk about accessibility first. About 32, 34 bucks to camp here. Again, pretty standard, easy to get to. Obviously the interstate is right there. All right, really accessible. The only really issue with the campground itself, as far as accessibility, is it's not a large campground. All right, it's one of the smaller ones on the lake. Less than 100 campsites. There may be less than 50 campsites here. I don't know for certain. And the signs for the actual campsites, like sites 31 through 50, whatever, kind of small, kind of tucked away. This campground, despite its size, was a little hard to navigate for some reason. So I'm going to give this campground a score of 3.9 out of 5 stars. All right, C+ for accessibility, pretty good. Just the campground itself a little confusing to navigate, and of course you have to pay that camping fee. All right, y'all. Well, a little brim isn't exactly the big monster I was hoping to get this early in the morning, but it is another fish. We'll have to let him go. All right, y'all, time to talk about aesthetic. All right, how good looking is this place? Honestly, to me, it's on an uglier side of the lake, not because of the lake itself, just because of the development. Obviously, a lot of bridges, a lot of different day use areas and boat ramps around this area. So there's a lack of seclusive nature on this side of the lake. The area itself surrounding the campground, not the nicest overall, slightly sketch. The campground itself, cleaner than I thought it would be, but there was and still is, some trash around the campsites and on the shoreline, a little bit more than I'd like. And it's kind of hard. Again, I know I chose the closest campsite to the Interstate Bridge, but it's very hard to find immersion and peace fishing when you have that constant noise, which you could probably hear throughout this campground since it's small. So I'm going to give it an aesthetic score of 3.2 out of 5. All right, kind of like a D. All right, score. Not the best, not too impressed aesthetically, but not terrible either. 3.2 out of 5. All right, y'all, we actually caught second bass of the trip. Didn't even realize he was on the bobber. He wasn't making too much commotion. I just reeled in and there he was. Small, but we'll take it. So third fish total. All right, y'all, time to talk about that fishability. Each campsite gives you a little bit of shoreline to work with. These campsites aren't as spaced out as some the campgrounds around the lake, and the amount of shoreline is slightly more limited. That's for the shore itself. It's like a small rock, like a pebbly type terrain underwater. Only got snagged maybe once, lost one hook, but I've caught more than one fish, so it balances out. Because I always say if you lose more hooks than you catch fish, you're having a bad time. There's some overhanging trees and whatnot, so good cover for the fish. The marine life, very healthy here. Some of the most bait fish I've seen. Very healthy marine life, at least on the small level here. And I think the overall fishability, minus probably the strong vibrations from this fucking bridge, pretty decent. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. All right, B-. I think fishing here fairly easy. All right, don't have to worry about getting hung up too much. 4 out of 5. All right, y'all, now it's time for that fish in luck score. All right, the one we all love. Caught a total of 2 bass and 1 brim. All right, so basically 2.5 fish. Plus I had one really good fish on the hook that got off before I could really see what it was. I think it may have been a catfish. So I'm gonna give the fishing luck score here at Old Highway 41 Campground a 2.7 out of 5. All right, I think there's a good chance that you catch 1 or 2 fish, and then on a good day maybe a few, but I don't think this is a place that you'll absolutely tear them up, at least in my personal opinion. So I think 2.7 out of 5 is a cautious score, but deserving. So in total, the total score here for Old Highway 41 Campground is a 70%. All right, 7 out of 10 score, C minus. Okay, passing grade, not terrible. All right, not amazing. Again, if the interstate and the bridges weren't so close, may have been a bass right there. As well as if we had more fishing luck, the score would definitely be bumped up a good bit, all right, because the aesthetic and fishing luck is really what brought this place down. But pretty easy to get to. Again, standard camping fee around $34 a night. And I think the fishability, again, was pretty decent. So 70% here for this campground. Like if you like this video. If you're ready for the next episode, want to see more fishing videos, outdoor videos, food reviews, let me know. Join the Southern Woods community and hit subscribe. Without further ado, y'all, Southern Woods out.